Today we're going to be prepping a large event for JUF, 1,800 people. Hillary Clinton is going to be there. We want to make sure that everything is perfect for her. Very important, we're going to be doing a flourless chocolate cake as a dessert. And we're using 100 pounds of chocolate. We're using 600 eggs. And let's start it. Now we're going to be frosting the flourless chocolate cakes with ganache. And as a finishing touch, garnish, we use a little chocolate plaque right on top of the cake. And here you are. This is the other part of the dessert, which is a berry tart, which is already made. Now we're gonna wrap these dessert, the flourless chocolate cake, for freshness. We're gonna put them in the refrigerator until we're shipped, which is gonna be in a few hours. doing the final preparation for the launch, and it's everything is coming together. And today's lunch is going to consist of a salad, a cold salad with chicken brochettes, beef brochettes, quinoa, arugula, and garnishes. And that's the main course. The dessert is going to be chocolate flourless cake, three of dessert with the chocolate flourless cake and lemon curd shooter and berry tart. We're gonna start assembling our salad. We start with baby arugula. A bed of baby arugula right onto the plate. We do a little bit of the quinoa right across the plate, like that. And then we do the brochettes, the chicken and beef right on top, the quinoa, and we finalize the quinoa with garnish it with yellow teardrop tomatoes and some red teardrop, just like that. And we give it a little twist on the plate, so we'll give it some color. We use some of the cabbage slope that we made before. So I want to make sure that I have the mango in there. And put it right in there, break all the colors, and the final salad is ready to enjoy.
So we're actually double checking all the carts of food that are going out for the various events that we have this weekend. We have catering for over 3,500 people with different events going on. We have 1,800 people for Jewish United Fund at the Sheraton Chicago, featuring Hillary Clinton as a guest speaker. So what's very important is to make sure that all the carts are checked, double checked and triple checked before they leave. As being an off-premise caterer, we cannot afford to be missing anything at the event. So we do a double check. Everything comes out of the walk-in coolers and it comes over here. The chefs check it off. They check it off against the menus. They write on the carts exactly what it is. So we're very organized. When we come to the hotel, you can look at the cart and you could actually see what is on the cart. So when you take it out of the walk-in refrigerator at the hotel, you only take out what you need and you don't take out anything that you don't need, because doing that can waste time. It also can take the food out of the refrigerator much earlier than necessary because you're looking for something else. And the way we organize it is all the items, like all hors d'oeuvres, would be put together on one cart. All main courses would be on other carts, so that when they can pull the main course or pull the hors d'oeuvres, they're just pulling what they need. All of that comes with experience, and all that comes again with the double checking and the triple checking and quality, because at Danziger Kosher Catering, we only have one chance to make your event right, and we leave no chance for error. dishwasher was just kosherized, and we're going to be using it for the event. Can you imagine and believe that there's going to be over 20,000 pieces going through this machine? It's going to be pandemonium all along here, all the plates, flatware, coffee cups, everything's coming in, and it's all going to be going through this machine. In the koshering process, the way we kosher the machine, they also use a lime away product where they lime the machine, and that helps in the koshering process. And the steward from the hotel is now draining out the lime away and filling the tanks. And you can see, because it's very important for us, when we leave the hotel, we want to make sure that all of our dishes are clean, spotlessly clean. They're cleaned on the event. If we don't do that, the cost of doing an event is outrageous, because the food will crust onto the plates and crust onto the silverware. So it's very important to be able to wash on location. And that's, again, a benefit of working together with a hotel that you're exclusive at. We both work together. We both make sure that it works. And as you can see how clean and nice everything is done, even over here going out with the olive oil bottles for the tables that are going for the waitstaff, the flatbreads that are going to go mixed in with the bread baskets, everything that's happening, even teapots, everything's all organized. All of our carts are organized, and the whole area is all kosher. So everything here is all kosher. Anything that is not kosher has been taken out of the area. So that way we don't make mistakes, things don't get mixed up, and it's also easier for the rabbi to make sure that everything's going to be perfect and that there's no issues. And you can only imagine all the individual teapots that we need for an event this size. We probably have, at Danziger Kosher Catering, serving tea is not just taking a coffee pitcher and pouring hot water. We make sure that every guest gets their own individual teapot. So when you have over 2,000 guests, we have to send over 200 teapots, individual teapots, 200 to 300 teapots, because we have to make sure that any guest that wants tea gets it. Obviously, they'll get an individual box of tea with it, with lemon, and an individual jar of honey. This is, again, a large-scale event, but we don't compromise on the quality. We have to make sure that everything is going to be perfect. We have to make sure that if somebody wants some extra dressing, extra sauce, we've got enough. Everything is here for them, and we're not going to struggle. That's very, very important. And as you can see now, the machine is draining out, it's refilling, and we're going to have an outstanding machine and be able to process our equipment properly. And as you can only imagine, when over 20,000 pieces come in, and they're all going to come in pretty much at the same time, because this is luncheon, everything is preset on the table. So the guests come in, the main course, the dessert, everything is out there, coffee cups, everything. So when the event is over, everything's coming back. So over 20,000 pieces coming back in one time, and it's all going to be processed here, and we're going to have an outstanding flow. And I think you'll be amazed when we show you a little later on how it's working and what's going on. I think you'll be amazed at the efficiency that we can do and how things work. One of the important factors here at Danziger Kosher Catering, always we bake our bread and rolls for the events, are made fresh for every event. They are coming to the event where they are par-baked and they're half-baked, and we finish baking at the event. And that's the key to quality, is to make sure that the guests get a hot roll. All of our rolls are baked just prior to the guests coming into the room. They're finished off baking. We don't have them sitting in a warming cart for 5 hours. Everything is done so that the quality of the product and the integrity of the product is there. We have a huge, huge selection. We make sure that the selection is unique and nice. Everyone is going to be able to get something. And again, it is fresh. And that is the key with Danziger Kosher Catering. Most places will order rolls from a bakery. They're baked at 5 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. By the time you get them and serve them at the event, they're hard, they're not that good, they taste like day old. Not with us. All of our bread, all of our rolls are fresh baked, right out of the oven. Even pretzel rolls. Great pretzel rolls, which everyone is into today. And again, when you're dealing with an event this large, we even send the lemons for the water glasses pre-cut. thousands of lemons slices, all pre-cut, so that they don't have to waste time. Even the lemons for the tea are already done when they go to an event. You can't take the time to do this. Everything has to be ready and ready to go, because speed, time, and if something happens, we're able to handle it. So that's very important. And you can see again, I love the quality. Fresh, hot bread baked out of the oven, there's nothing like it. The quality is there, the guests get quality, and all of the rolls and breads will come out of the oven again about 10 minutes prior to the guests, 10 to 15 minutes. And this event probably 20 minutes because it's over 2,000 guests. And then the servers are going to scramble, they're going to put the bread and rolls in the baskets, and we're going to serve a hot, fresh product to our clients. As you can see what's going on over here now, we've got food in the kitchen. We're prepping for over 1,800 guests, lucky guests that are going to have an outstanding meal. And now when we get to the ballroom, this is the second part. This is the front of the house. We have to make sure that every detail is good. Every fork must be straight. Every knife, the place settings have to be exact, because we need room for that large plate when it sits down. We have to make sure that the napkin fold is proper, obviously, because this is a luncheon and it's going to be expedient. And for such a large amount of guests, we're going to be presetting the whole main course and presetting the dessert and presetting the coffee on the table. So in order to achieve that, everything has to be perfect. And this is what goes on in a room. Checking all the time. In between, when we try to talk to the servers, they're screaming and doing their tests. It's just part of setting up a room. And that's what happens when you have a large event. Again, you could see what's going on here. You could see the napkin fold. Even the napkin fold was picked specifically for that reason, because for the large group, we wanted to make sure that the napkin's easy to access. They come in, and also it has to be somewhere because of what we're doing and what we're setting on the table. With all the items set on the table, it's not like a typical wedding or a bar mitzvah where it would be a little different. And you could see all the servers and everyone and the size of the room. And once we bring the food out, everything that happens over here. The good thing is we have an outstanding staff here at the Sheraton Chicago. We've been working together with this staff for over 15 years. I know some of these staff for over 20 to 30 years because I've worked with them in many other hotels, and we go back a long, long time. And I think that's the benefit of being able to maintain the quality. I don't have to double check them what is a wash station. They know how to set up a wash station. They've only been doing it for me for 20 years. The staff is outstanding, and it's a pleasure working with a great staff from the hotel. We go back, look at this gentleman, we go back a long, long time. This gentleman over here even goes back to my father-in-law's days, way before my time.
I know you
way
from
before,
Hilton.
From Hilton, right, exactly. And he's, I don't even want to say how old, I don't even want to know. We go back to my father-in-law's days.
And now we're neighbors.
And that's right, and he's a neighbor of mine also. How are you?
How are you?
Good, good, nice seeing you.
Oh, you.
And that's the beauty of working in a quality hotel, working with quality staff. We're able to guarantee having an outstanding event because it's the relationship. And that's the benefit of Danziger being exclusive at many hotels. Because when you have hotels where different caterers come in, the staff gets different signals from the caterers. Every caterer does it different. Most caterers don't care. And there's also no tie between the hotel staff and the caterer. With Danziger, everyone is family. All of our servers in every hotel is like family to us. We treat them like family. They treat us like family. We all treat our guests like family. We are a team and we work together. It's not us and them. It's us as a family. It's a team. And that's a big difference. And that's the beauty of having staff and having people that you work with for so many years. I think that's what sets us apart from any other catering company. By having the exclusives at so many hotels down in Chicago and South Florida, we're able to maintain quality, integrity, and make sure that everyone cares about our guests. That's a final product, and we're very proud to be affiliated with the Sheraton Chicago. Since the inception of the hotel, we've been the kosher caterer for the hotel, and every event that's done in this hotel has been flawless. Even events up to 3,000 to 4,000 guests have come out flawless. This hotel handles it like a gem, and our partnership with the hotel, Danziger Kosher Catering, the Sheraton Chicago, other hotels that we partner with, that's what makes us unique, and that's what really keeps us above everyone else. It's that commitment to quality that everyone has, the integrity that everyone has, and the commitment to the guest experience. We all know that the guest experience must be utmost, and we only have one chance to do it correctly. This is not like a restaurant where you have a bad meal and they tell you come back next Sunday, we'll do it again, and I apologize. At Danziger Kosher Catering, at all our hotels, we only have one chance to make it right, and we make sure that every event is perfect because your event is very important to us. Without you, we are nobody. So we care about our customers, we care about their events, we know that there's one important day, and there's the commitment to make sure that that day is there, and that's why you need professionals. You need the professionals in the industry. That's why we work with professionals. And yes, it's nice to say, I'm getting new servers and getting new people, but there's nothing like working with servers that you've worked for 15 or 20 years and work together. There's a team, there's integrity. They're in the business, we're in the business, and we maintain that integrity, and we maintain the commitment to the guest, to that the final event is going to be outstanding and 1,000%. And as you can see, the room is transforming, and when you see the courses coming out, you'll understand how everything works.
I'd like to introduce the former Secretary of State, the former United States Senator, the former First Lady, but a dear friend to the city of Chicago, Hillary Clinton.